Once again, all of you welcome to the lecture series of the microprocessor and microcontrollers. Now, today we are going to discuss the one of the topic in programming C for PIC 18. So, IO programming is nothing but the input-output programming as well as logical operations in C. You know that there are different logical operations in C, nothing but AND operation, OR operation, NOT operation. How this it will be performed by writing the C program in PIC 18 and all detailed session. At the same time, we are going to write the IO programming. It's nothing but the input-output. How we will send some information to the device. How you will get this information from the device by using some ports and all. So how to configure the ports, port A, port B, or port C. How to send the data by using the ports, and how to receive the data from the specified ports and all. You will see it in this session. Okay. See this. Today we are going to discuss these two topics. Okay, IO programming and the logical operations. Now see this. We know that this is the basic configuration or nothing but the structure of the PIC 18 controller. PIC 18. So this PIC 18 is follow the Harvard architecture. That means there are separate address and data lines for program memory, at the same time address and data lines for data memory. This is the data memory. This is the program memory. So program memory is only the readable memory, read-only memory. So this data memory is read as well as write memory. Remember, you can write the information at the same time read the information. So the program memory is only read-only memory. Okay, the CPU. So this is the CPU. So you know that which type of oscillator you are connected. So crystal quad crystal type oscillator up to the 40 Hz, megahertz oscillator we may going to connect. How many timers you are connected up to? The 4 timers you are going to connect. The ports up to n number of ports you are going to connect. N number of ports. The ports is depends upon the number of pins of that microcontroller. Okay, some another peripheral devices, some nothing but the input output devices. So this input output device is connected to this ports. Okay, see this so IO programming. First topic in this one is IO programming in C. Okay, so IO programming is nothing but first suppose. So this is the CPU. So nothing but PIC 18. So nothing but PIC 18. First suppose. So this PIC 18 we are connected to some any input output device. There may be any of the input output device. These are the ports. It may be a for output port. Is nothing but the writing. It may be of input port. Input. It is reading. Output means writing the information. In means reading the information from the input output devices. Okay, so you can send the information or receive the information in the form of byte wise as well as the some bit wise. So 1 byte is equal to the 8 bits. Okay, in parallel connection, you know that you can send the information in byte form. In serial mode, you know that in serial mode, you can send the information in bits form. Okay, you see this first one is byte side IO. So for this purpose, we are using the ports port A to the port D. Port A to port D. 4 ports we are using. Port A, port B, port C, port D. 4 ports we are using. But these are not fixed ports. These ports are varies depends upon the number of pins of that considered microprocessor. You know that 24 pin as well as 48 pins are there, then 60 pins are there, 72 pins are there, 80 pins are there. Number of pins, different pins are there. These pins are changes. This ports is also changes. Remember. So Now for our consideration here, we are only taking 4 ports. So we are considering 4 timers as well as at the same time we are also consider the 4 ports for our discussion here. So by you may be convert this port A as input port or output port. Similarly, port B, port C, and port D. So if any so all these 4 ports to work as input port or output port. So the way you can connect to the input output devices is depends on sending the information. You can connect these ports, but you know that this is the 8-bit controller. 8-bit controller. So we are connecting 8 lines, but so this 8 bits is nothing but this ports also 8-bit port. 8-bit ports. This ports also 8-bit ports. So this 8-bit means 8 lines. You can connect 8 lines at a time to the any input output device. You can send the information in byte form. Or in serial mode, you know that only one line is sufficient to send the information, and another line is sufficient to receive the information. So only 2 lines are used for sending as well as receiving. So nothing but on 1 bit you can send the information at a time. So that is the serial mode. So that is the bit form. So that is the bit form in serial. So this is in parallel. Okay. Now see this byte size nothing but parallel. So for that purpose we are writing some program. So for this, they can given a simple example here. So LEDs are connected in bits port B and port C. They can given a very simple one. So LEDs are connected to the port A and port B. So I will draw that one. So see this. This is the CPU. CPU. That's one PKT. So this is the. So how many LEDs are so port A is that but 8 bits. So 8 lines are there. So 8 lines up to the 8 lines. This is the one LEDs. So LED 0 to the LED 7. Likewise, we have the another port is also there. LED 0 to the LED 7 are first 2 ports. Port A, port B. They can consider port B as well as ports. Okay. So in this case, see this. So port C, they are using the handshaking signals. Handshaking signals are okay. Some stored signals are stored purpose. Port C you are using port C. So for 7 LEDs or 8 LEDs, we are going to connect by using this 8 LEDs. We are going to by using this port B. So because of we have 8 lines. So write C18 program to show that the count from 0 to the 0 to the FPF. Nothing but 0 to 255. FF means 255. You know that how that values comes. So F into the F is nothing but the value is 15 into the 16 power 1 plus again F is nothing but 15 into the 16 power 0. What does that means? That means here 16 power 0 means you know that what is the value of 15 into 16? It is nothing but 240. Is 240 plus 15 is equal to the 255. So that is the way you can convert some exact to the decimal. So here we can show that this LEDs. So this LEDs, the 7 segment LED we are going to connect here and 7 segment LED and 7 segment LED. So it can show the count from 0 to this. So you can convert this into some binary. So this 0 0. This is F is nothing but this is the value of 15. 15 value of 15. So nothing but 8421 code. So nothing but 16. Sorry, this is the value of 16. So 16 F means here 16. This is the value of 16. Okay. See this. So F is nothing but this F is nothing but 15 value. F is nothing but the 15 value. So this 15 value 8421 code is the 15 value. So this is LED A, B, C, D, E, F, 7 segment, or they can simply connect it LED simply, or you may be erase that, you may be connected 7 segment, or maybe they may be considered the LEDs. So and some LEDs were connected. So for that purpose, they are giving the port B as well as port C. Simply they are giving the LEDs. Simply they can give in the CPU some LEDs. LEDs. Port B and port C we are using. So here you can send the information, because so then only this LED is on and off. It's 0 for off as well as 1 is on. For suppose your the negative logic they consider 0 is on, 1 is off. A negative logic they may be considered. A positive logic they may be considered 1 is on, 0 is off. Okay, so you can send the, so whatever the information stored at the CPU, you can send the information to the LED by using this ports. Nothing but sending the information ports, you can nothing but the output port. You can make the port B and port C as the output port, then only you can send the information to the LEDs. So that's why. So this is the this is the file. So this is the model of the microcontroller we are using, the PIC 18. PIC 18 F458 is the header file. Header file will indicates the model of the microcontroller values. So this is the, what we can done here. So we can take this LEDs to the port C, whatever. So see this is the main program. This is our main program. So nothing but this will make the uh, so uh, TRISB0 TRIS. This is the port B. This is the port C. See this. This will make the port B is an output port. Port C is an output port. This is negative logic. Remember, a negative logic. One is input. 0 is output. Or positive, whatever. Or positive logic. Or positive logic. 1 is input to 0 is output. TRISB. 0 is nothing but output port. So because two ports we are going to connect, so that's why these two ports we can make it as output ports. Yes, that is done. Then we can clear that port B, and we can clear that port B. Why you can clear that port B? Because there is any you know that there is some garbage value in that ports. So ports is nothing but an 8-bit register. A port is also nothing but an 8-bit register. So each and every is connected to the one LED. One LED. Each and every bit is connected to the one LED. So you can clear, and then only you can show these values as starting from 0, 0. So that you can send the you can put the you can send the port B as a 0, 0. I think that means the clear. You know that in microprocessor or microcontroller, there is no erasability of the data. You can clear the data means you can send the information 0, 0. That you can call it as a clearing and there is no erasability. So again, you can make this LEDs also 0 for the starting. Nothing but this is the meaning of the port C. Or you can also written it as a I mean port C is also 0. So here there is you can write written it as a for loop. Okay, for you know that for you have different meaning, initialization, okay, condition, okay, increment or decrement we are using. This is the format of the for. So for suppose you can they can given here like this. So it means it simply shows that a repeat forever. Repeat forever. Or otherwise, here you can also write the here code for you can for z you can meaning you can take the int z for suppose z value z equal to 0. What is the value of this one? Up to the 255. Then z less than or equal to 255. Then z plus plus. You can write that like this. Instead of this one, you can also write this one. So what they can give, they can given you can send the information. I can count 0 to the 255 or 0 to the 255 only. So that's why I can write it as a 0 to the 255. So again, you can port B is here. You are in that time you are writing this code here. In the time you are no need to write this. Okay, so they can consider for year. So for repeat every year, everywhere, repeat forever. So that's why this port B is incremented. So B incremented. B plus plus means you can call it as a post increment. Post increment. For suppose they can given B, this is the pre increment. So they can measure the post increment because they starts at the 0 before executing a. For suppose you are they are given the plus plus b before execution of the instruction it is incremented. But here but here the LEDs is shows at 00 to the 255 only. So it is incremented. So that's why I can give it as a post increment. So LED is also post increment. So this process is never stops. Remember, this process is never stops. It is going on. It is repeated forever, repeated forever because there is no condition we are given where you can stop this process. Where you can stop this process. There's no condition is given. But once it is reaches to the this is the 8-bit port, 8 bits. So this 8 bits. So for suppose a 9th bit is erased. You know that this process is never stops. So maybe 255 to the some infinite number is also repeating forever. This is repeating forever. But what is the port value? That port value is only of 8 bits. So how much information is stored here? See this information. 11111111. So all are all ones is given by the 255. More than this number, maybe this 9 bits, 10 bits, and so on is also generated because the way you can in this program they can given the loop is like that. But here you can written it as a specific loop, nothing but initialization condition as well as increment in this way. So only up, it reaches to the 255 it will stop. But whenever you are giving this way, it will never stop. So it is running. But the ports we are considered here, the ports we are considered here only have 8-bit ports. So how much information it is stored at the information? Only 8 bits information it is stored. Maybe 9 bits is produced here. So for suppose 256 is generated. So that are the 9-bit information. But you cannot store that information. An extra bit is needed. Okay, that is not possible. So up to the 255 it shows. So that's why they write the for loop like this. Or you may be write like this also. So on that time we'll neglect this. Okay, this is the one byte size information. At the same time you can send the information forever. So this is the output. See this port B. See this port B X uh, X 18. So this is the decimal 24. You know that why it is? So 1 into 16 power 1 plus 18 to the 16 power 0. X is nothing but 16. Nothing but 16 plus 8 is nothing but 20. This is the value. A port C is also the output port. So see this here. So a file. This is a file register. These are the different types of file register. A, B, C. So this is some address values 0 to the 9. Then A, B, C, D, F. See this. These are the ASCII values. Port output ports. 18 and 18. Okay. See this. See this port B X value is 18. So nothing but decimal value is 24. This binary value is 1. So it shows up to the 1. So 4 bits. Yeah. So 255. Whether it is 255, it value changes to the this value FF value changes to the FF. Sorry, this 18 value changes to the FF. Here this decimal value changes to the 255. This binary value is all ones. Okay, so we can scroll down this one. It shows that entire value. Okay, so so byte data transfer to the port B. So write the C program to get byte of data from. So 8-bit byte of data from is nothing but the read the port. Reading means here input port. Input port. Okay, input port. So wait 1/2. So nothing half second will give you maybe 8 half second, and then send the port C. Port C is an output port. Port B is an input port reading. So once you read the information from the port B, then you can wait to the 0.5 second, then send the information to the ports. Two operations are there. Port B has receive the information, and you can wait some time. Then you can send the information to port C. So two operations we are going to perform. Port B. So that's why you must initialize port B as an input port, then port C as an output port. At the same time, there is one condition given, waiting. So nothing a delay they can delay they can give. You know that whenever delay concept is comes here, you are using some timers. Some timers. Sometimes. So in the microcontroller, there are some timers. In our timers, we have four timers are there in microcontroller. 80, PIC 18, we have four timers. So by using these timers circuits or timers, you are changing the delay times. Maybe 0.5 seconds to some 1 milliseconds also. Then 2 milliseconds, 10 milliseconds also. Here they can give in half second. So a lot of time they can give it. Waiting period is very more. Okay, 1 per second. So this time delays. So is also depends upon the clock speed we are against. Maybe a 10 megahertz clock, or 20 megahertz clock, or 40 megahertz clock. Which type of clock you may be considered in this. So here they cannot given the clock speed of the microcontroller PIC. So that's why we just simply call this function pick 18 F4 again same time. We can delay that value. Can delay that value ms delay. So the delay for delay purpose, a millisecond delay, ms delay, a milliseconds delay. So you can give an unsigned int value, an unsigned value, an 8-bit value. Sign means that you know that in sign out of 8 bits, only we are using the 7 bits only. MSB bit is used as a signed bit. Whether it is unsigned, so 8 bits we are using. 8 bits we are using. Unsigned. So that's why they can here we are considered the unsigned integer. What is the value of the integer? Is the 8-bit integer value. Considered 8-bit integer value. Okay, so here they can consider unsigned character my byte. So any for suppose not only the string value are considered, any of the value, for suppose I can consider it as a z. Here TRISB you can make it as a port B as an input port, then port C as an output port. Yes, see this port B as an input port, port C. See this port C you can send the information is nothing but output port. Receive the information means input. Now see this port B is an output port, port C is an input. Then while repeat that one, then z equal to the my byte is equal to the port. So nothing but, so whatever the value unsigned character value here, see this delay value, see this delay value you can assign to the port B. Get a byte from the port B. See this some character value, sorry, some character value can, sorry, unsigned character z value here can consider z value, sorry, here unsigned character z value. So whatever the value of z, so we can get from the port B. Z is assigned to the port. So how much delay you can consider? They can consider delay value of the 500. So nothing but see this 500. Then port C is equal to the Z. So you can waiting period. See this. Receive information. See it's very simple from port B. After receiving, they can given the wait period. Wait up to second. Then third one, send information to ports. See this same 3 points here. These 3 points they can represent. This is point 1, port B, you can receive the information from the port B. Second one, you can put the time delay in between the sending to the receiving functionality. Set. This is second one. Then what is the third one? You can send the information to port C. This port C to the inside band. So on what time? So for suppose here they can given the time delay. How much time delay they can give? They can given the time delay to the half second only. So that's why we are representing these values. So unsigned integer I value, then unsigned character j value. Then I equal to 0. See this I equal to 0. How this operation is performed, I will show that to you. See this very easy operation. So see this. See this operation very easy. So for I equal to 0, I less than I time and I plus plus. How this operation is performed? See this operation. For I equal to 0, see this I equal to 0. So this is the see this initialization. This is condition. This is increment or decrement. See this. So here they can mention the increment. So I equal to 0. It can increment up to the value can increment up to I less than I time. I less than I time. So I time. So see this I less than I time they can give it. So this ms delay is assigned to the I time. Then what is the value of time is there? I time value is there. How much value is there? 500. See this 500. So this is so 500. So we can increment it. So for every operation, it may be incremented. So for the first operation, it shows 0 seconds. So then second one, it shows the 1. Then third one, it shows the 2, and so on up to the so increment. So that's why they can give an increment operation. But first operation shows 0. Then second one, so second loop iteration, it shows the 1. Then third iteration, it shows the 2. Then fourth iteration, it shows the 3 up to the 500. See this less than nothing but up to the 4 they can show the 499 value also. This is 0 to the 499 is nothing but 5. Likewise here they can mention the some j values also same, so they can up to the 165. Very simple. Again we have to write the again byte of data from the C again. So again same program. So here port C as an input port. Then we can take the time 100 and send port B as an output and send it to the port D. Okay, very simple one. Again, see this. Again, wired main. Again, you can show the main character. So they cannot given the time here. They can mention the value. So the sending value. See this. So whatever the value received from the input value is, for suppose 99, for suppose less than 100 value, then you can send it to the port B. That value. For suppose I receive the port C value is for suppose 155. You can send the so this value up to this value up to 99 value you can send to the port B. So more than that value you can send to the port D. See this once again. See this very simple program they can given. So if the value considered value is less than 100, you can send the information to the port B. If it is greater than 100, send the information to the port D. I suppose this is port D. I hope that that is port D. Yes, port D. That is port D. Okay. So where you will get this information? So from port C you will get. So nothing. This is input port. These all are output. This is also output. So the value you get from the microprocessor that is more than 100. So can send it to the port B. If it is less than 100 value, send it to the port B. More than 100, port D can send it. So that's why you can make this. So here you can make, first of all, three ports we are using: port C, port B, port D. First of all, you know that whether the port B is input port or output. So here you can make the port B. You know that port C is an, according to this problem, port C is an input port. You can make the port B as an port B, and as well as port D as an output port. See this, because you can send the information to the port B as well as port D. Sending the information means output. Receive the information means yeah, input. See this, an input, you can output. So what is the condition here? Here, this is the condition. If the less than that value, port B; more than that value, port D. Less than 100, send the information to the port B. Greater than 100, you can send the information to the port. See this. So see this. Some character Z I can take in. So Z equal to port C. So receive the information from the port C. For suppose this Z value is so see this. If Z value is less than 100, if statement, very easy. If statement, if is nothing but condition only. Condition only. If Z is less than 100, simply send information to the port B. That's why you can write it as a port B is equal to Z. So up to the 99 value. So up to the Z equal to 99 value. You can send the information to the port. Very easy. Otherwise, simply else. If else statement. If else. If and else. Simple statement. If else. If else statement. Else. You can send the information to the port B. Very. For suppose I can consider the Z equal to some 120 and port D. For suppose they can give the three conditions here. For suppose for the same program here, they can given for suppose you can show that the other program. For suppose again port C, you can send the you can receive the information from port C. So three condition I will consider here. For Z equal to for Z less than 100, again same program, port B. Again second, what is the second condition? Z greater Z 100 to the for suppose 150 value. For suppose Z is equal to the 150, again then you can send the port B on Z equal to only. Or what is the third condition? Z greater than some 200 value. Some port D there A. For suppose three conditions I will give. How to write the I mean for loop for this one? If condition, if Z less than 100, so send port B equal to the Z. See this program. See this our program. You can understand this program. See this, port B equal to Z. That is the first condition. Then what is second condition here? They can give what is second condition here. What is second condition here? This is the first condition. What is second condition? They can ever else. Else. Again, you can write the condition here. If Z equal to 150, then only case can send the information to the port D is equal to 0. Then only, remember, then only. Anyway, here see this, up to 99 values you can send to the port B here. Here this condition is that you write the condition is Z equal to 150. Only 150 value is sent to the port D. What is third condition? So first condition is there, F yields F, again else. What is third condition? What is third condition? Z greater than 200, then port A equal to the Z. Any value. So greater than 200 value can send to the port A. So this way you can use the else if values, if else values. Okay, based on the condition you can use this values. Okay, then again come to the program here. So see this, this is the program. Again, some bit operations. For suppose you can perform the operations bitwise. So for that one, for that purpose, we can take bits means here and 8-bit ports we are considered. So port A, see this RA0 to the 5, you can consider port B, port C, port D. You can consider the 8 bits. Port A, you can consider the 5 bits. So that's about total 6 bits. And port T, you can consider only of 3 bits only. Port D, again, you can consider this on 8 bits. So bitwise operation, you show that, you know that. So this is a program for writing bitwise operation. Unsigned RB0, RB1, RB2, RB3. See this, and every bit we are going to represent here. And every bit we are going to represent here. A bitwise operation. Every so for suppose port B, how many bits we have? 8 bits. You must represent the 8 bits in series. RB0 to the RB7, 8 bits. You must represent. Maybe you have 0 also, maybe you have 0 also, maybe you have 1 also, and 0 also. Every bit you are going to represent. For this one, but suppose you can toggle. So write the C program to toggle only bit RB4. Nothing but out of 8 bits. You know that how many bits are there? 8 bits. B0 to the, for suppose B 7 bits. So this fourth bit only can toggle. So RB4 bit only can toggle. That's what toggling means here, whether it may be of 0 or it may be of 1. So without disturbing the rest of the bits, port B bits. So and 8 bits, out of 8 bits, only this bit you can change the either 1 or 0 without disturbing the other bits. So so that is only possible in the bit size. Byte size is not possible. When you load the data to the byte of entire 8 bits are changed. Here a bit operation. So that's why you can go to that bit. See this RB4, this bit. See this. You can go to this bit. You can change that value. It may be of 0 or 1. Very simple value. Very simple. But the number of lines you are going to write here more when compared to the byte operation. Bitwise network. Each bit we are going to define here. See this. So again, you can call the information. So define my bit size port. Which port we are considering here? Port B series. This is the port B. They can given in bitwise operation. That's why they can consider bit. So which bit we are going to toggle here? Port bit. Declare the single bit. So then again, port B is an input port or output port. As again, it is an output port. You can send the information output. So that's why this is the format we are going to use in bitwise operation. TRISB. So only additional information is bits is equal to the 0. Which bit is equal to the 0? Output bit or input bit. A fourth bit you are changing. So that's why make RB4 as an output bit. So you can write the so that maybe of 1. You can toggling information means 0 or 1. Maybe of 0 or 1. Turn on and turn off. So this is very much helpful in on and off cases. On and off cases. For suppose LED 3 is on some cases. For suppose you can off the information. So for, especially in on off cases, we are using the bit size on. Again, uh, same for another program bit PC5 to monitor the PC5. If it is I, nothing but 1, send 55 value. If it is, so they are given condition, whether they can given a condition, you maybe use it as a for loop or if. But where you can use the for, where can you use the if. So if that condition is rotating or iterating, on the time you can use the for loop, or where the condition is fixed here. This is fixed condition. On that time we can use the if condition. Then to port B as an output port. Otherwise, you can send the AAH to the port and output port again. See, it's very easy. If else, simple. If yes, what is the value here? Z equal to how much value is it? If it is 1, send 55. If it is not, again else, simple else. 40. Simple if else case. Simple if else case. So again, so PC5 bit wanted the PC5 bit, nothing but input port. Nothing but so you can how to know that whether you send the information to the 0 and 1, then only you can so RC5 is an input port. You can make that as a so port D is an port B as well as port D as an port C. Sorry, you can send the information. So that's why port C as well as port B as an output port. Again, port B, otherwise send port B, port C is and port D is also. This is very easy. So bit 5, 2 cases are there. If it is 1, 55 can send the information. If it is 0, we can send the information AA. When two conditions are there, so that's why you can for suppose this PC5 bit is equal to 1. So see this, if my bit is equal to the 1, if Z is equal to the 1, for suppose whatever we are giving, my bit or Z value, whatever, for suppose if Z equal to the 1, what is the condition? In port D, you can send the information 55. See this, they can give the information 55. Simple case. In C language, how to in C language in Z equal to the 1, printf for suppose value 55. Simply you can write the program in C language. The same C language you are using in the MP language in the C18 program, we are using some simply assigning the value. Port D, you can say assign the value of 55. See this 55. Very simple. Else, if else, only two conditions are. Three conditions are there. Then on that case we are using else if cases. Only you are giving only two conditions. So if else is there. Else, how much value are you sending? AA value. A very simple program. So again, see this port A, how much value we are sending? AA. Why that is AA? If that value is not the I mean 1. So otherwise you can send the 50. See this. Again, a small case is there. Again, a small case is there. So what is the case here? What is the problem they can given? A door sensor is connected to the RB1. RB1, nothing but so RB1. So port B of bit 1 is connected to the port RB means here port B of bit 1 is connected to the doorbell. Then buzzer is connected to the RC7, nothing but port C of 7th port is connected to the RC7. Write a C18 program to monitor the door sensor when it is when it opens. Nothing but if it is 1 or if it is true or press open. Yes. Okay. Sound the buzzer. Nothing but open and nothing but sound the buzzer. So you can sound the buzzer by setting the squaring of that values. Square wave of few hundred edges frequency to you. Some signal you may be sent to that buzzer. Then all the buzzer is analog signal. You are sending some analog signal. You are sending. Here they can give in the square signal you are sending to on or off the buzzer. Simple program. So pressing RB1, then buzzer they can connect the RC7. So by sending this RB1 to the RB7 information in the form of some square wave. This is the they can ask that in the program. Okay. Again, you can consider the F18 I mean F458 so they can consider some time delay. Why? So this RB1 information is sent to the buzzer, so it will take some time. So that's what. Then define so port RB1 is the sensor door sensor. You can define that one. What is RB1? See this. You can define the RB1 is a door sensor. So RC7 is the buzzer. See this. RC7 is the buzzer. See this buzzer. So RB1 is an input code. That's why you send the so that's a you press that one. So that's why an input code. You send the information to the RC7. That's why it is the output. See this input code as well as output. While you can what is the condition here? A while condition here. A simple while condition. While here only you have the condition. You have the some condition. Sensor is equal to the one. Only two conditions we are while whether we are using while only the true or false cases. While we are using for only so maximum of the cases true or false cases. So while the sensor is equal to the one. One is on for suppose 0 is off. You know that very well. One is on. If it is equal to the on, you send the information to the R7 in the form of nLAG signal. So it takes some time, 200 milliseconds, maybe they can consider it. So ms means milliseconds, 200 milliseconds they can consider the time. ms means milliseconds, 200 milliseconds. So buzzer is equal to the 1. So and buzzer is equal to is also the 1. Buzzer is also the 1, nothing but on. You can on that buzzer. So again, that will take some time, 200 milliseconds to do that. So while you can, while one, you can for nothing but stay forever. That meaning of it. So here, what we are sending, what we are defined here. So you can define the sensor as well as buzzer. Then how to send the signal to the, see this. See this. This is the way you can send the signal to the. So answer it. I say how much time. How much time the buzzer is on. How much time the buzzer is on. For suppose you can on that one. How much time? For suppose you can press the doorbell. You know that after some half second to the 1 second or 1 minute, the if the doorbell is off, it is not continuously on or ringing. You know that in our houses also we are using the doorbells. When you press the switch, sometime maybe of half minute or some 10 seconds or some 50 some 1 minute it may be ringing, and after that it may be stop. So for that one, just here they can define on true or false cases. How much time it will be on and off, this will be defined by the these two cases. How much time, see this, the time, I time they can give an I time they can give an I time 200 milliseconds they can give in the time is 200 milliseconds. So here for J 165 can convert into the some decimal value. So see this time. So RB1 value is, see this is RB1. So RB7, you know that so this is on. This is the on case. On case. On case. How much time you are on that one? 200 milliseconds you can on. So this is, so what signal you are sending? X2A wave signal you are sending. Okay. Again, the same program here they can give this same likewise with the same program they can ask that one. So maybe the logical operations we maybe discussed in the next class. So thank you for joining. Thank you.